welcome back to the August edition of Community Focus. Our next guest today is Joanne Taylor, President of SOS Animal Rescue. Welcome to our show, Joanne.
Well, thanks for having me today, Linda.
Joanne, tell us please all about the animal rescue, SOS Animal Rescue, when, how, and why was it formed, and what the mission and goals are.
Yeah. So we've been around for about 15 years. Originally, the target was to rescue dogs out of the shelter. Over the course of time, we've evolved based on changes in the community to where now we're mostly a cat rescue group, and we're helping low-income families in the area with pet food assistance and spay-neuter assistance.
Oh, that's great. What about the efforts of other local animal rights groups? Are there more than...
There's a lot of groups in this area. Back 15 years ago, we were pretty much the only one, and over time, quite a few have developed in the area. Certainly there's the Humane Society of Midland County, and there's Safe Kitty Corner, Great Lakes Bay Animal Rescue. There's actually quite a few these days.
There's a big need, it sounds like.
Yeah, most of the groups focus on rescuing animals from some sort of situation and placing them. Our niche in the community is that we're trying to work on prevention as well, and that's where our pet food assistance program comes into play, as well as our spay-neuter assistance program. Our view is if I can fix the animal so it doesn't have kittens, then I don't have 10 more to find a home for.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we know how many kittens can have kittens in the story.
One kitten can turn into 20 like within a year. It's phenomenal how fast they can reproduce.
Now, how many spay and neuters have you had done, and what kind of success stories do you have with the
Yeah, so our
adoptions?
organization is pretty small, and yet we feel like we make a pretty major impact in the community. We place about 300 animals a year, like I said, mostly cats. We help about 90 families with pet food assistance over the course of a year, and to date we've helped 2,700 animals get fixed, and all of that's been inside of Midland County.
Wow, that's a tremendous number.
Yeah, so we feel like we're trying to get at the preventative aspects of why we have a rescue organizations to begin with.
Right. And if someone needs to contact you for, say, assistance, they've lost their job and they're going to have to get rid of the animal, their cat, because they can no longer feed it.
We don't have a shelter. We're a small organization that does everything out of our home. So the best way to reach us is either through our website or our Facebook page or our phone number.
Okay.
And any one of those three mechanisms will get you in touch with some volunteer in our organization to start the process.
Okay, great. Now, what are your current needs for SOS Animal Rescue?
So like any nonprofit organization, the two biggest needs are always fundraising, and for us it's foster homes. And so I brought an example of why we need foster homes.
Oh,
so I've got a couple,
here.
Yeah, so they're probably a little bit scared. This is an example of what we do in the community. Their mom is a female named Zinni. She was thrown out of a car and found in a wheat field. She was pregnant, and so we took her into our group. She gave birth at someone's home. Like I said, we're all foster home based. She gave birth to 7 kittens, and these are 2 of them. They're 4 weeks old. We don't place them until they're 12 weeks to make sure they're fixed and healthy. So we need homes that are willing to take these guys in, raise them up, get them nice and friendly, so that when they
to people,
so that they can
and other animals, I suppose, too.
Yeah, like all our foster homes have dogs in them and things like that, kids.
Oh, good, that's good. But then they're used to.
Yeah, so they're fully habituated to anything that your home might bring. So volunteers is one big area for foster homes, and then we also have fundraiser activities. And one of our biggest fundraiser activities coming up right now is our 5K race, which is we call the Dirty Dog Run. And that is out at Midland City Forest. And it's one of the ways that we raise money to help pay for all the vet bills and the food that these little guys are going to need as they're growing up.
I think I made a mistake. He's hugging me.
Yeah, this is their first venture out of the house, so they're actually doing pretty good. They're not screaming for mom yet.
Good, good. So which geographical area do you serve then, and how are you supported with, how's the SOS Animal Rescue supported?
So for our pet food assistance program and our spay neuter assistance program, we mainly focus, not mainly, we only focus on Midland County. We just don't have enough funding to go beyond that, and most of our volunteers are here in Midland County. For our foster program, we really, there's such a need across the community, and most of our placements happen at the PetSmart store in Saginaw. So we actually take in foster animals from Midland and Saginaw County.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
So our view is that we need to make the situations win-win scenarios.
Right.
And if I'm placing animals in Saginaw, then even though most of our volunteers are here, we need to really be helping the Saginaw community as well.
True.
Yeah.
Now, the Dirty Dog Trail Run you're talking about, how that's real intriguing. How do people sign up for it, and when is it, and all that?
September 19th.
Okay.
The races start at 9 a.m. One of the things that's unique about the race is that you can bring your dog. That's why it's called the Dirty Dog Trail Run. It's out at Midland City Forest, and you can sign up either. The main place is a website called itsyourrace.com. And we're really looking forward to it. It's one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. And one of the there's actually several new things this year. One is that we're having a professional timer, so we're having chip timing this year. And we'll have finish line photos so that everybody can see themselves coming across the line.
Oh, that'd be always fun.
Yeah, that's always neat. And the other neat thing is that we've just partnered up with an organization called the Judy V. Spencer Fund. And their goal is to provide funding for animals that are in domestic violence situations.
Okay.
And we'll be splitting the proceeds so that it's another way for us to give back to the community and help in another way.
Well, that's fabulous, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So I wish we wish the SOS Animal Rescue the best in helping these cats and kittens, and a very successful Dirty Dog Trail Run. Thank you for joining us, Joanne.
Thanks for having us.
Stay tuned for our next guest from Children's Grief Center, Great Lakes Bay Region.